What is up, guys? How are you?
Good. How you doing?
Good. Why don't you introduce yourselves, who you are, what you do, and all that good stuff, and then we'll kind of talk about this monstrosity behind you.
I'm Nicole.
And I'm Tommy. And we are, well, I guess I don't really know where to start. We met in college in in New York.
We're going back.
We're going back to college in New York. And then we both moved down to Southeast Virginia for the Navy for 6 years. And then following that, we really didn't want to settle down. We wanted to do the van lifestyle exactly. So we found this guy on auction and ended up converting him into a full-time RV, van life, camper, whatever you have it, and we've been on the road now for about a year and a half.
What is the make, model, chassis of what's behind you?
It's a 2009 Chevy Kodiak C4500. It has the 6.6 liter diesel, Duramax diesel with the Allison transmission.
Was it a former ambulance?
Yes, it was a former ambulance. It was down in Statesboro, Georgia, which is just outside of Savannah, for those who don't know that area. It was an ambulance for the first 100,000 miles, maybe 120,000 miles of it, and then the county put it on auction, and that's where we bought it at 127,000 miles. We put about 30,000 miles on it so far.
You have a Kodiak with under 200,000 miles on it.
Yes, we're sitting right now at 158,000.
Word on the street is you guys are going to be planning on selling this thing.
Yes, we are. We're looking to probably put it on the market sometime around May 1st, end of that year, or end of that month, definitely in the month of May.
I don't know when this video is coming out, but you'll send me the link and I'll put it in the description below for everybody.
Thank you.
Perfect.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Before we step inside, we're going to talk about the outside, but do you know the size, bumper to bumper, what the size of the box is, that kind of
Yeah,
stuff?
the interior dimensions of the box, it's 8 feet wide, 14 feet long, and 6 feet tall.
Truck itself is just over 25 feet long, just over 10 feet in height as well. That's with a little buffer and stuff like that. So we have gone under a couple smaller pieces as well.
And you did have to delete the lighting, right? The
Yes.
red and blues?
Yes. So we're based out of Maine, so the requirements in the state of Maine are you basically can't have any flashing lights, you can't have any colored lights except for your brake lights and your blinkers. So we removed the headlight bar above the cab, and then we removed the red and yellow lighting along the sides as well. And then we've converted those back to all white lighting, as you can see. They're mainly for illuminating the outside, and we also have windows on the front and back as well. You can see those on the front, and then...
So wait. Those lights up there are windows?
Yes, the 3 in the middle, and then there's 3 in the back that mirror them are in fact windows. We've crafted them through, and then they basically open up and allow for light and ventilation.
We're going to take a look at them inside when we go inside.
Cool.
Did you paint? Is this painted, or is that all you guys?
This came as is.
Really?
Yeah, it came as is. Got the racing stripes on them. There were quite a few symbols and such. Still kind of looks like an ambulance, but by law, definitely not an ambulance or an emergency vehicle.
Kind of stealthy, actually.
That was the goal.
That was the goal. That was the goal, to be stealthy.
That was the goal. We thought there was a level of safety to the stealthness, where it wasn't obvious in many ways the quality of the build from the outside, and we thought that was a factor that added to a level of, like, go pick someone else's vehicle.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you guys haven't got any door knocks or anything like that?
No, nothing
No,
like
we've been
that.
good.
It's quite nice, actually. You see the Mercedes Sprinter vans or the Ford Transits, and they have, the Max Tracks on the side, or the big boxes, or the awnings rolled up on the side. There's none of that. You have to really look at us to actually understand that there's a camper here. Most boxes functional. So we'll start with the propane cabinet. So our first cabinet here. So this used to be a whole box, and we stripped it back. This is the back side of our kitchen, but we have 2 20-pound propane tanks in here with a normally closed motorized ball valve, and that feeds our tankless hot water heater and our stove and oven on the inside. Obviously with propane, you're worried about safety, so we actually do have a propane sensor that's quite loud here, and then we have one inside as well. And then this is our battery cabinet or electric.
And you keep these normally locked. I saw them.
Yes,
So
yes.
these are all unlocked.
These all are locked, and then the most common, the ones we automatically go into, they actually have an automatic deadbolt, and then the less common ones are manually locked with the deadbolt inside. So like up here on the top of this door here, you can see that deadbolt. So you just reach over top of the microwave, and then that locks, and that's locked on the inside. So no one can actually get into these from the outside unless you go inside and unlock the deadbolt. So
wow.
very secure. So this is our electrical box area. So we have 600 amp hours of lithium batteries, and those can be charged via the 600 watts up on the ceiling or on the roof. And then we have 80 amps of DC to DC current that can be charged from our alternators. 3000 kVA inverter charger from Victron here on the right that can allow for us to hook into our like regular shore power, things like that, so you can plug it right in there. Yes, we have Renogy batteries, and then everything else, all the important things are Victron themselves, so you can see the distributor, and then in the corner we have the Orion DC to DC chargers, and then we have the MPPT charger back there as well. This is the dud. That just gets us access to some cabling and stuff like that. This is one of our primary storage cabinets.
Like a garage.
So this is our, right now we use it as a tool thing, but we have put in bikes. So it does fit mountain bikes. It does fit skis. It is 84 inches tall, so anyone with a large, and then it does actually go deep into there. You can actually get back into there.
Oh, wow.
And get plenty of storage in there as well. This is the back door.
Guys, also I apologize. It is raining, so we pulled it inside, so we're out of the rain.
Yes.
But
So,
yeah, sorry, go ahead.
no, so this is our back. So this is our garage. So actually, we can kind of see it here. So we have a 4 foot by 5 foot drawer.
Oh, crap, I didn't know you had a drawer.
No, it's fine. It's perfectly fine. So basically, that comes out, and that's a 4 by 5 door slide. It does come all the way out,
We got a door in our way.
and it gives you access. And then plenty of storage here. This is where we store our hiking and camping gear. You can see our skis as well. And then back there, if you can kind of see it, there you do see the diesel heater underneath the skis. So that's our diesel heater, and then the ducting you can see plumb throughout. So it's actually going to our water system here on the right. It actually goes forward as well to the living area and to our batteries, as well as our hot water heater, which we'll get to as well. So the ducting's insulated, so that gets it actually like an extra 10 to 15 degrees hotter down in the cabinets that it actually is supposedly heating. So this is a 4-season van, so we definitely don't want to be freezing pipes or anything during the cold winter. So this past winter, actually, we got down into negative 10 degrees, and it was toasty warm. I think we were seeing 60 degrees or so inside.
Also see the water tank back there, right up against the heating, by the way, so that water tank must stay warm.
Yes, it really does. So that is part of our water tank. It's a 50 gallon tank, and then on the other side, we'll get to the other cabinets on the other side, there's a 30 gallon tank as well that cross connected. So we have a total of 80 gallons of water, which we'll show here.
All right, let's walk around the other side. Now, when you guys were doing your van life, like, journey, were you guys thinking of, like, we're going to buy a Kodiak ambulance? Or was it like, we're going to look for Sprinter vans?
We started looking at the Sprinter vans. We looked at the Sprinters, the Ram ProMasters, and the Transits. And then we looked at some schoolies. And then ultimately, we came across the ambulances. And we were drawn to them for a few reasons. Mm-hmm. One, we really like the engine. It's easy to maintain. They're super reliable. And the truck came with all the original maintenance records, which is nice. So from when it was originally purchased on a truck chassis, so it could carry a substantial amount of weight.
Yeah.
Weight wasn't a consideration, something we had to even think about when we were building out the truck. And then we ultimately liked the structure of the box. So the box in the inside, when you gut the entire inside, it's made of aluminum studs and a grid pattern on the ceiling and all the walls, which adds to its rigidity, but also makes it really easy to mount cabinets. And we like the interior dimensions, the fact that it was so wide. It's quite spacious we don't feel like we're on top of each other or doing the shimmy by each other to get through a hallway type thing.
Yeah, we still got a couple more boxes. We want to make sure we utilize every space. So this is our 30 gallon tank over here, and then this is the rest of the water cabinets as well. So you can see this is the 50 gallon tank that we saw on the inside, and this as well. And so this is all our plumbing. You can kind of see the diesel heater ducting kind of coming down in the back there, and then also the water pump with the accumulator, and then the distribution. So our water actually goes to our sink on the inside. It goes to our outdoor shower, which is right here, and it goes into our indoor shower / hot water area as well. So this is our shower. It does, in fact, work when we're inside, so I don't want to show it off, but it definitely goes all the way around, and you can basically, whatever side is the most private for you or most open, depending on who you are. As I said, we have our tankless hot water heater that's hooked up to the propane system. And then, so this is just a regular Jarrod Jarrod tankless hot water heater.
Oh yeah.
That is plumbed to our sink and our outdoor-indoor shower, so you can have hot water anywhere in the truck when you want it. And then the final cabinet, this is our gray water tank for our shower. So it comes down in and just gets plumbed into there. So we have 2 grays at 26 gallons total, so each tank's 13 gallons. So it's enough for both of us to shower a couple times, and then the sink, about a week's worth of water if you're conservative with how much water you use, which is nice. So we can be on the road for about a week without draining at all. And then honestly, we have never ran out of water, and we've gone about 2 or 3 weeks with showers and everything. Just depends on how much you want to save.
Are we stepping in now?
Yes. And I'll turn it over to Nicole here to give the rest of the inside.
Cool. Come on in.
Plenty of room for all 3 of us to stand in here quite comfortably.
Oh yeah. There's plenty of space.
I'm sure he's coming in. There he is.
You coming in?
Even though he's...
So this is the interior of the truck. I think it's important to point out.
Sides?
Yeah, you want to switch real quick? I think it's important to point out that we have access to the cab. So we have a pass-through door right here. So
that you guys created.
yeah, we cut it. It was originally a window, and we extended it to make a door. So it's a pretty comfy cab. We got a backup camera. We got a table for all the snacks and all the goodies on the road.
Do you have room for my dog?
There's room for your dog.
Sure. I'm sure there's room for their dog. But yeah, it's the door is pretty nice because it keeps it well insulated back in the box, and it's also quiet when we're driving. We don't hear any of the rattles or anything wiggling as you're going down. Yeah, everything wiggling. It's quite sound dampening.
All right, so
then we got the kitchen.
actually, before you get to that, I actually want you to show off those windows we were talking
Oh yeah,
about.
you want to talk about these?
I would love to.
Okay, so on the outside, these were what Tommy referred to as the scene lights, the ones that were originally red and yellow and the ones that flashed with the ambulance. So what we decided to do when we gutted the truck, we realized how much light these lenses actually let in. So we thought, well, let's make a window. And then we decided, well, is there an opportunity to make a hatch here where we could open and get some ventilation? So that's what we ended up doing. So we have bug screens because that's important. And each of the 3 windows in the front, they all open up. So all 3 in the front open up as well as in the back. And it's a pretty stealthy way to get ventilation, really nice ventilation, especially right at the ceiling where the heat tends to rise.
Now, this is a beautiful build, by the way.
Thank you.
How many builds have we done?
This is our first.
This is your first and only build.
First and only build,
Yeah, not only. I should say, you guys might do another one.
Maybe.
We'll see.
But
We'll see. Are you doing them for other people? Or is this just like, hey, this is a great hobby of ours and we love to do it? That.
Exactly that. Exactly that. Yep. We had.
Tommy's like, I don't want to do this again.
Yeah.
Maybe. We'll see.
We had a lot of fun building.
We had a lot of fun. Learned a lot. It was fun because we got the chance to take our engineering degrees from college and actually apply them. School's really great at teaching theory and makes you second guess a lot of things, but able to apply it and actually use it was probably the most fun part about building it out.
I think your layout is interesting because a lot of people would split this up and do a dual galley. You did not. You have a galley on one side and your benches on the other.
Yeah.
So talk to me about this.
Absolutely. So the kitchen counter space was important. So it's just over 8 feet long of counter space. We have the freezer over here.
Massive freezer.
Yes, we opted for the one that had a really large freezer space. It's important to have a healthy size of ice cream.
And we had this discussion off camera, but how do you guys feel about the chest versus a door?
So we have loved the chest because we can put so much food generally in it.
Mm-hmm.
We're good for about a week and a half or 2 weeks of food, and we just pack it on top of each other. What I really liked about the chest is the fact that the freezer spaces tend to be larger, which for us has allowed us to stay off grid longer with the frozen meats and the frozen veggies and frozen, fruits and all that stuff. And then we just got a ton of overhead cabinetry.
You're opening them all up, okay.
I'll just open up all of them just so you can see them all.
I also appreciate how extremely organized the two of you are.
Thank you. Thank you. I feel like it makes the space feel bigger when it's cleaner.
You turn on more lights for me. We have some cabinet lights.
Yeah.
I also want to point out, how deep is your counter?
So the counters are 34 inches deep. We opted for them so that, one, we could put the fridge freezer horizontal. Okay. But two, because of the width of the truck, we already have a 36-inch walkway, which is seemed more than adequate, and we opted for why not have more storage. We don't need a bigger walkway. A bench is only a standard width.
Right.
So and it's worked out awesome. So for instance, I think this will kind of get an idea of just how big. We call it a bathtub
So
because
like a
it can hold
36-inch draw, give or take.
it pretty much. So they hold an incredible amount
There's
of.
so much storage just on the side. The pure size of it is crazy.
Yeah, it's worked out. It's worked out really well. I think it also allows us to stay where we don't have to pull into a food store or something like that as often because we got all the supplies.
And now you just opened up this amazing Furrion, right?
Oh, love this.
Yeah.
Absolutely love this. Love the oven. We do a ton of baking, ton of roasting of veggies, stuff like that.
Right above you actually have, it looks like a venting system.
Yep, we got the max air fan right here just for
the cooking to go right out.
Exactly, just to take all the humidity straight out. We got some, more endless storage. We have a ton of storage.
The backsplash, is that real tile or is that a stick-on?
They're stone composite peel and stick tiles.
Stone composite?
Yeah.
Was that an Amazon find?
It was.
Okay.
It was an excellent Amazon find, and we have loved them.
Yeah.
Absolutely
Nothing wrong with
loved
Amazon
them.
finds. Yeah.
Hey.
I call it how it is.
Yeah.
I love this drawer. Thanks for opening that up just now. What is it? It's a double drawer.
Yeah, it's a double drawer. So the intent was so that it wasn't. We wanted to be able to put our laptops somewhere, but not super obvious. So in the top of the drawer, there's a.
That's so cool.
And what's nice is in the back of the drawer, there's all USB-A, USB-C, AC power. So there's charging to the drawer. So we can charge whatever we need in here, and it just charges while it is stored.
Now, maybe people are like, okay, like these guys did a fantastic build. It's the first build they ever done. Like, what the heck do you guys do? Because it doesn't seem like normal what you guys do. So do you work from home? Do you work from the van? Or?
Yeah, so I'm actually a full-time HVAC design engineer. So I design commercial heating, ventilation, and air conditioning for buildings. And I've been doing it, been remote now for 2 years and been on the road for about 1.5 years of that. And it's worked out great. No complaints on my end, for sure.
I do all the logistics and the travel agent style for our adventures on the road. So all the daily stuff, and it's worked out great. We actually have two separate desks so that we can comfortably work with all.
So you don't get in each other's way.
Yeah, we're not looking at each other all day long, like as much as that's great, but. We can have the laptops, we can have the monitors, the mouses, everything you need. Not a small little desk, like a real desk for getting work done. So we have two. There's actually two of them.
Well, a lot of people's questions are always in the comments. Are always, living space, good quality, sure, chassis, great. But where do I go to the bathroom and where do I shower? And we already showed the outdoor shower. Is that the main one?
That is it's nice to do it outside. Run the water all the time, not have to worry about the gray water tanks. But we actually do have an indoor shower that we've used this winter as well.
Yeah, so I can walk you through that. Yeah. So for the shower, so the shower pan comes out of the back of the shower, and then right there, that's the drain that drains right into the 13-gallon gray water tank underneath. Yeah, so it sits right there, and then right up here is actually where the shower curtain.
I asked you.
I'll show you. Oh, it takes 2 seconds. 2 seconds. So I don't know if you can see, but I'll open it for you. And then, yeah, it is. It's quite comfy. So these come around. I'll block off the camera if I bring it around. But and then right here we have our shower head, and we have a full hot water shower, light fan.
Put a light in there. Look at that.
Yeah, light fan to exhaust all the humidity, and it has worked out. Awesome. Wow. It's really, really nice when it's cold outside or where you're in somewhere public and it just isn't appropriate to take an outdoor shower.
Pretty much daily in the winter, you said.
Yeah, we were using it really frequently because we skied for the majority of the winter, and it's nice to take a warm shower or a hot shower after you've done a full day of skiing.
So the propane comes in doubly handily with the hot water as well as the Furrion, as well as the oven.
Exactly.
Yes.
Okay. How often do they last?
They've last probably about 6 months apiece.
Wow.
They actually last quite.
Both the hot water and the.
Yes.
Yeah.
And we cook. I cook every morning. I have eggs. We bake most weekends, and they work great. We actually have 2 sensors on our propane tanks to tell us the level that we can monitor them via an app.
Wow. So you guys make your own sourdough bread, is that what you're telling me?
Yep.
We
I have the sour-
we have a
There's the
sourdough
starter
starter
right
in
I
there.
didn't even show you.
It's such a big thing on social media
Yeah,
right now. Let's make our own sourdough.
Well, I mean, these ovens, it speaks to these ovens that
It
you
does,
can,
yeah.
you can make bread in there. But this is the, you asked about the toilet, so I put away the curtain, but there is a privacy curtain so that you,
Oh, really?
yeah, the shower curtain doubles as,
Now, technically,
Privacy.
not to be TMI here, but technically, one could be in the shower and the other could be on the toilet.
you are
Technically,
correct.
yes.
Someone could be in the
Yes.
shower and you could be cooking. Someone could be in the shower and someone could be working. It's nice that it's in its own separate space.
It is nice having the privacy curtain because
Yeah.
sometimes you don't want to be looking your partner in the
Yeah,
ass. When you're
yeah, it
doing
changes things. So, so there is the curtain, and then this is the Cuddy composting toilet, which is worked out amazing.
Big fans of them.
Yeah, worked out great. We got the some storage back here, the toilet paper holder.
I'm going to switch sides with you now
Okay,
because you've showed me a heck of a lot on that side.
we'll
Big
just
sink.
continue. Yeah, we have big sink, all the standard things.
You have 3 trash cans, is that right?
Yeah, we were trying to. I didn't want a cabinet because everything was going to get stuffed to the back, so we decided to make a drawer, and that seemed, and the plumbing's all offset to the right, so this seemed like the most efficient use, whether it's recycling. The cans kind of add up in terms of space, so it is nice to have.
2 recycle bins, 1 trash bin.
Yeah, it's the appropriate ratio. Same here, just another one of those
Oh, cool.
drawers just to get the small kind of electronic type stuff.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think you've seen all the drawers.
I mean, I've literally seen your guys' entire life. That's great.
Pretty much, we showed it all. I think probably the portion that's worth pointing out is, so we put all of our, each of us get our own half of the
Oh,
clothes.
cool. So that's your quote-unquote closet.
Yep,
Okay.
that's our closet, and then we do have a hanging closet right back here. So because the truck's so wide, we were able to have an RV queen mattress, and then we
cool.
still have another.
So you don't have to cut the mattress at all?
No,
Not
we
at
don't.
all.
Oh, wow.
And then we have a full hanging closet back here, so we're able to. We each have.
Starlink. I saw the Starlink.
Oh yeah, there's Starlink back there. All the hanging clothes right here. There's actually the switches. All the switches right here for all the external,
Oh, cool.
all the external scene lights, and then the siren is still connected. So
Oh, boy.
I won't set it off in the warehouse, but it is still connected. So we figured that was part of the security, where we could turn on 360 degrees of lights. It was already wired in, and it is enough to definitely be uncomfortable.
Okay. Have you set it off? Has an intruder happened?
We've never
No.
we've
Never
never
had to
set
do
it
it?
off.
We have set it off to test it /
test
show
it.
people, but never had to use it for security.
Okay.
But I think
Never
it's
had- okay.
one of those things you have and you never need. So, I mean, we each have hanging storage, and then our entire internet system is in the top corner over here.
Right.
So the goal was basically, for your job, it had to be reliable, fast, and we needed a level of redundancy. So we have 2 cellular antennas on the roof, and they each connect to a separate home internet. So we have Verizon and T-Mobile, and then we also have Starlink. Not going to be acceptable for work that internet was unavailable regardless. So,
And you have the skylight as well.
oh yeah.
Is that to access the roof as well?
Oh, yep.
Wow.
Yep. Sky, and what's nice is the Starlink mount is basically right here on the roof. So we can put Starlink in, it connects right to the Ethernet cable right here, and we can shut the screen, keep the bugs out, and then we have the shade so that at night it's nice and dark.
Nicole, did you design this whole thing?
Yeah, so the 2 of us, we both we modeled the whole truck ahead of time so that we knew what we wanted, and then we did a ton of research and we built it out. What was nice is we hit the road without the build being 100% done, so we were able to try out a few things and make some tweaks as needed. We were able to do it before we completed some of the projects where it would have been a lot more complicated afterwards.
Just for people to understand, like, Tommy, your workstation is here, so
Yeah.
your table, are you gonna set it up?
I can show
it
you real
takes
quick.
it takes 2
about
seconds.
Does it really?
yeah.
One of the main things we focused on was that this has to be every room in your house with being on the road. So we made sure everything takes only a minute to set up or less.
Yeah, it was important for your work to be able to have a monitor, a double screen. So the monitor clamps right here, and then we have plenty of space for a laptop. It's worked out great. It's our main dining table, and then actually back there, that's another table that comes off the wall and hooks right on those French cleats right there with.
Oh. And that would be your table.
That's mine.
Gotcha. And Tom, do you mind standing up in here? You're a little bit taller, right, of the two of you?
Yeah.
Yes. With the right shoes, I am taller.
Yeah.
We have about it is definitely more than 72 inches tall.
Yeah, it is good. It
So
looks
someone
good.
is 6 foot. 6 foot can stand up here, and the bed itself is 72 inches long as well. So someone who's
This one's 75.
Wow.
75.
You got the RV queen, yeah.
Yeah, the
Gotcha,
standard RV
75.
queen.
perfect. Yeah.
And you guys didn't have to do any raises. This is the box as it is.
Box as it is. This was one of the factors that when we saw the rig, we were like, this is the one. It had a high box. It had the engine we wanted.
You guys, social media, do we want to share that?
Sure.
And then again, this is for sale. If you guys are interested in this, I know you're going to be selling it right around the time this video is coming out, so you can contact which one of you?
Yeah, so we're
Contact Nicole.
Yeah, so we're on Instagram at Dudley's.adventure. We named the truck Dudley if you hadn't read
I did. I
the
figured it out
mirror.
right there. Hey guys, what's up?
But it's Dudley's.adventure on Instagram, and then also via email at Dudley's.adventure@gmail.com.
All those links will be in the description below for everybody. Yay-ha. Yay-ha. Did I just say that? Okay. But yeah, if you guys want to maybe say anything else, I mean, did we miss anything? Yeah.
I mean, I think we covered all the
we really did.
big.
You have a pass through to the garage.
Yeah, so this is a timber door into the garage so that, you can access the vacuum and whatever. You have access. You have access back there.
Even a printer.
Oh, yeah. I love
Yep.
a good printer.
You love a good printer?
I love a good printer.
Look how organized you guys are.
I feel
I
like
you have a laminate machine in here.
soon, maybe.
Oh my
Yeah, I mean, I feel like we showed off this. You can access the hot water heater.
So this is the hot water heater. Yeah, this is the hot water distribution as well. Goes to the kitchen, the outdoor shower, and the indoor shower.
I also want to point out at the end of the video, and I'm sorry I said at the end of the video, but you guys did a really good job painting. All
Thank
of the
you.
stuff is painted.
Yeah.
The top is a laminate, I believe.
It is.
Right?
Yep.
Just going over some wood and contracts for people to understand.
Yep.
And the ceiling, it looks like it's a stained poplar? I can't tell.
It's actually stained. We cut down 1/2-inch plywood.
Is it plywood?
And we stained,
Oh, I
and
can
we
see the
stained
inside
it.
there.
Sanded
It looks
and
great.
stained it. Thank
it
you.
looks really good.
Thank you.
So yeah, you cut it in strips.
Yep.
And then just boom, we stained it.
Yep.
And
And
now it
mounted
looks
it
pretty.
from the back so you wouldn't see any of the screws or anything for the wood.
Wow. Okay. Oh, okay. Because there's another piece of plywood under. Oh, I got you.
Yeah.
And then you just put the whole ceiling up together.
Yeah, the whole thing went in as well. There's technically three panels. There's the middle panel. It's 4 feet wide by 14 feet long.
Wow.
And the whole thing went up, and then the two side panels
Really good job.
went in.
Really good job. I'm super, super duper impressed with the two of you, and
Thank
obviously
you.
Dudley is an amazing machine.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Did you point out that? Or,
No, I don't know. I don't know if we did.
Yeah. So we have the so this actually came with the truck. It's how the patients in the back stay cool, and it's the heater and the air conditioner for
Got
the
it.
back of the truck. And it's plumbed directly into the truck. So for us, it's a secondary heater because the primary is the diesel heater.
Sure.
And besides for all the ventilation that we have between the 6 windows, the skylight, the max air fan, the side door, the screen
It
on the
hasn't been
side
too
door.
hot. It hasn't been too hot. in here.
It has never been too hot, but we also have an air conditioner
Just in case.
just in case.
Okay, so I do have to ask one last question.
Yeah.
Okay. Were any of your concerns about this housing people that have passed?
No,
No.
I guess I always thought it is
A life-saving machine.
life savings.
Right.
Nice saving.
Yeah.
There's always comments.
Yeah.
Just to let you know. There's going to be people in there who be like, I can never build out an ambulance because it's...
I don't think
Well,
that's
there's no
where they go.
doc.
I hope that's not
There's
where-
no doctors in an ambulance, and doctors are the only ones who pronounce someone. So.
Yeah.
Boom. I
Got
like
it.
that. I like that, Tommy. Well, thank you guys for your time, and I really do appreciate you showing me Dudley and also coming to meet me because you guys drove over here to come meet me, so I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Give them a follow, guys, and we'll see you soon.